Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I am so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make stamped painted collage book page tags. It's a Roxy's Weekly Challenge, week number 13. But first, let's have our shout out to Sheila, Sherry, Julie, Pamela, Grace, Lenny, Black Coffee, Robin, and Evelyn. I appreciate each and every one of you. I would like to try something. I have a few examples. I've already collaged a few of these pages. This page that I have right here is approximately 9 inches by 6 inches. And I just cut it out of my book. And the experiment that I'm doing is these are magazine pages. And I have done an example that I'm going to show you in just a minute where I collaged only magazine pieces on here. Now I'm going to collage magazine pages and a few of the printables, whether they're out of a book or whether they're out of a digital download. So let's just begin. So I am actually going to use some glue stick here, which I usually don't do, but I think it might go a little quicker here if I do that. So let's place our piece right here, and then maybe let's place another piece maybe right here, and we're just going to collage about here and there and see what we can come up with. Oh my goodness, that one's pretty. I think I want that one instead of this one. I thought I wanted this side, this page right here, but I think I'm going to go to this one. That's pretty with the dahlias on there. And let's get some blue maybe right here. So as I was watching Roxy, or Rachel, do hers, she used just book pages and kind of creamies and white colors. And then I watched Shabby Dabby Doodah, and she used brighter colors. But nobody used magazines, and I think magazines are pretty easily to come by. Garden magazine, or even well, I don't even remember what they're called, Home and Garden, or On Earth. I can't even remember what any of the magazines are anymore. I used to get magazines all the time. I've kind of stopped doing that now that I just do this junk journaling 24/7. But anyway, I just thought magazines would be the way to go because we're going to paint over these anyway. So it's going to take that shine off of them. And they're pretty vibrant. So it's that color that comes through that really I think is so beautiful. So I'm almost finished here. Almost. Let's put this one right here. That's really pretty. And then maybe another blue one down here at the bottom. There's no rhyme or reason to this. You just place them here and there. Just wherever you see a hole, grab something and glue it in. So that's all there is to it. Alrighty, so put a little more glue on that. There's that one. I'm rotten at a glue stick. I really am. I really am. So anyway, there is that one. I think that one's really pretty. Let me show you some others that I have done to get ready for this project. I have this one. This one's pretty. I have this one right here. I just used some Easter scraps that I had. Here's the one that's totally magazine. Only magazines are on here. And then here's a very pretty one. These are just digitals on here. Oh, there's some book page here. I mean, not book page, but, you know, pages that you can purchase a book of different colors. Alrighty, so I am going to trim this. So I'm going to take it to my guillotine and I'm going to trim around just so it's a little better shape. Alright, so I've got it cut down. So now, long time ago, I did a lot of the chalk paint projects. So I had some chalk paint, and this one happens to be called sheepskin. Alrighty, and it was pretty hard, and I just worked it and added some water to it and worked it, and I kind of got it down to be kind of watery. You can see how that just comes right out. It's very watery, and I like it because it's not bright white. I've got my little sponge brush here, and let's actually do the magazine one first. I am really curious to see how this one turns out. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this paint onto my sponge, and I'm just going to sponge it on. And I want my colors to shine through. I don't want to cover my colors up. I really want the colors to come through. Not super vivid, but to me, if I put too much paint on it, it's just going to look like a white card that's been painted, and I really don't want that. I want it to have that color just poke through. So I'm not applying a lot of paint. Maybe I should put a little bit more on. And I'm just brushing it on. Probably a bigger brush would serve me better. I might need to stop and get a bigger brush. So far, so good. Look at that. You can see through it, but it's not super white, and it's not super colorful, and it's definitely not shiny anymore. But let me get a bigger brush. I have a bigger brush here, and let's see how this is going to do. Well, I really got some paint on that, didn't I? See if I can really spread it out. Okay, I'm still liking it. It's very different. This is very different doing this. Oh! Okay, hang on just a second. Okay, I'm back with it. I just really thought that was really funny. How it just, I didn't hang on to it, and it just flew away. Alrighty. So let's see how we're doing here. I can see that if I didn't glue down the edge real well, like right here, it's kind of puckering up a little, and it's puckering up a little here. So I'm not real sure. I can just press it back down. I don't know. I don't know about that, guys. I think it was the operator error. I probably did not put enough glue on the edges, and it just kind of came up a little bit. I don't know if I can fix it or if I just should leave it. Okay, but I do think that's quite pretty. What do you think? I think that's real pretty. Now let's go ahead and let's do another one. Now this is magazine. I can see this one's come up right here. This is magazine and printables right here. And I think this is the one we did together, didn't we? And yeah, it's with the glue stick, and I'm rotten with the glue stick. And so let's just see how we can make this one work. It's coming up already right there. Okay. Alrighty, that's pretty. And we're just painting away here. Okay. Alright, now let's look at this one. It's different, isn't it? Alright, let's keep going. Let's look at this one. Now I did do one, and I made a tag, and I decorated it just to see how this was going to go, just so I wouldn't be totally caught blindsided. And I actually think I put a little bit more paint on it than I'm doing right now. And I liked how it turned out. I thought it was really very pretty. Very pretty. And so I'm hoping that these turn out pretty as well. Okay. I just thought of a magazine. Better Homes and Garden. You can use that magazine. That was bothering me that I couldn't think of any magazines. Alrighty, that's a pretty one. Now this is very close to the one that I have an example of. I like that one a lot. Now there's this one. We have some magazine pages. This is a magazine page, and this is a magazine page. The rest are printables or out of a paper book. And let's just get our paint on here and see how this turns out. It's kind of a messy project, guys. Just warning you. It's very messy. And there are quite a few steps. Now, if you've watched the others, I'm sure you already know that. But it's still fun. It's still fun. It's different. It's something different to do. And I'm liking these magazines. Okay, there's that one. Now we have one more. This one's colorful, isn't it? Whew, that's real colorful. Let's see how this one turns out. Here we are. Now, let's just get this paint on there just like that. Okay. Whoa, don't do that again. Don't go flying off again. Alrighty. That's pretty. It's very pretty. Alright, so I'm going to clean up and we'll continue. Alright, you guys, so I've got it cleaned up. Now, I think I do like all magazine, maybe the best. This one's pretty too. Now, I have noticed that I do have some edges that have come up right here. And so my tip would be to make sure you have all your edges of your papers glued down, because mine are, some of them are coming up. That one's pretty good. There's a little bit right there, but not bad. And this one has some right here. All right, now I am going to go to my guillotine, and I think 3, 3, 3. I'm going to see if I can get 3 tags 3 inches by 6 inches. That's a good size tag for me. So I'm going to take this over to my guillotine. I'm going to come back with a whole bunch of tags. Oh wow, you guys, do I have a lot of tags, all different kinds of tags. I have an example about the same colors as these, and they're really quite beautiful. This is the one that was all magazine. Look how pretty, so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to just stack these over to the side here, and I'm going to take one of each of them. I'm going to take the magazine, one of these, just the one off the top, and then I've got 2 more right here. We'll take this one right off the top and this one right off the top. So they look just like this now. Oh my, they're very sweet, aren't they? They're very vintage kind of looking. So backing them, so let's see, let's grab some pages to back these with, and then we'll just keep going with all these steps. All right, so I grabbed some colored papers. I have some pink coffee dyed paper. I have some bluey green color grid paper, and I have some lined book page that's the kind of a lavendery blue pink color, because I thought these colors were very much part of the same hues. So I really like this pink, bright pink one with that one right there. So let's go ahead and let's just glue this on, and I'm actually going to use, whoopsie, use the glue stick just because it will get it down quickly. And in my example, I actually sewed around the edge of mine. So, you know me and sewing, I probably will sew these as well. So I'm going to lay that one down there. And let's trim this out very quickly and see how this turns out. We still have to make it a tag shape. So trimming this here, just giving it a trim here. All right, pretty good. Now, which is the top and which is the bottom? I think I want this to be the top, so I'm going to take a little piece off and I'm just going to lay it right back over and just trim this too. All right, so I also inked mine. Now, I know Roxy doesn't, or Rachel doesn't ink hers, and she doesn't ink at all. I don't know if Shabby Dabby Doodah inked hers. I don't remember if she did or not, but I am going to actually run my sponge over this just a little bit because I do ink most of my things. Alrighty, there's one. That's very pretty. Now let's see here. Do we want, how about this one right here, which is all the magazine pieces? That's this one right here. Let's choose the lined book page. I think that color goes very nicely with it. So I think I'll put it right here. And I'm going to trim that out in just a minute. Let's choose this for maybe the remaining three. I think I can get them all on here. I do believe they will fit all on here. I wanted the grid, I think. So I'm going to turn it over just for some added interest. I've got the grid paper, so let's go ahead and use it. And let's get this one down like this. And then let's put one more down. These are beautiful colors. I mean, I can't get over how they changed the colors and everything. It made it so vintage. This is what I'm going to do now, guys. I'm going to cut all of these out. I'm going to make them all into the tag shape. And then I am going to sew around all of mine. Now, you know, after watching Rachel and Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah, they didn't sew around, so you know what those look like. I'm going to sew this around, give it a different look, and I'll be right back, and we will continue. All right, you guys, here they are. So here's the back of that one. I have sewn around the edge. I think they're all quite beautiful. I love them all. So the next thing I want to do is the next thing I should say, is we need to bring in some stamps. So I've got a large leaf stamp, fern. I've got another fern. I've got this stamp here. I've got this stamp right here. And let's just begin. Now, once again, I'm going to do my little version. So let's see. I think I'd like to use this one first. And I'm going to get my Stays On Black. I'm going to open it up. I'm just going to set these aside for a minute. Open this up. Ooh, sorry. It squeaked. And let's load up our stamp here. And let's see what this is going to look like. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, this is what I did with my example when I was working it out, is I took my paragraph word stamp and I just loaded up here and there and I stamped a few little words on it, just like that, just over the top. I just wanted a little bit of words on there. I think that is really pretty. I like that a lot. I'm going to set that aside. And then there's this one. Now this is that magazine, I almost said music, magazine paper. So this is a much smaller stamp. I could put maybe 2 of them. My example is with this stamp. How about this one? This one's a very different stamp. Let's load up the stamp. Let's do it this way. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Now let's see how this is going to do. Whoop, where'd it go? Oh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Now, do I want the word stamp to be on this as well? A little bit of words? Maybe so. It's going to do here and there. I'm actually going to stamp it like this time. Yeah. Yeah, I do like it. I like that a lot. There we go. All right, set that aside. Let's bring in another one. There's this one here. Let's use this one on that one. So maybe let's do it a different way. Let's put the word stamp on it first. I don't know, just for something different, guys. See if that works a little better. Alrighty. There's my word stamp on there. You can see that, like that. It's just very faint. It's not strong at all. Okay. And then there's this. All right. Get this one on there. Oh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty on there? I like that. Then the only one we haven't tried stamp-wise is this one right here. And I'm wondering if I could use it two times on it. Oh, wait, we've got 2 of them. I forgot. We have one more. Okay. Let's see. Put this on there and this one. Yeah. And then let's load up the fern. Oh, I think I put too much on there. Let's see about stamping that off. I think I loaded that up too much, you guys. Oh, no, came out fine. Right there. Oh, that's a pretty one on there. Oh, gosh, that's beautiful. All right, so which one are we going to do again? We've got this one and this one. And we've got this one. And we've got this one. Let's try this one again. I think this is the one that maybe we'll see if we can make it a little darker. So there's that. And I'm not going to put the words on this one. We're just going to try a little experiment here. And not put the words on. Instead of rubbing it, I'm going to put it on like that. Okay. And then oh yeah, that's much darker. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I don't know what happened right there, but it's still pretty. And I do still think I want a little bit of words right up here, definitely. Right there. Yeah, that looks good right there. Well, for heaven's sakes, Cathy. Oh yeah, I like that. That's really sweet. All right, we're not done yet. We still have some more decorating to do. Once again, clean up aisle 3, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, let's decorate. So we've got our beautiful card here, our tag, and I've got a number 9. I thought this would be very pretty right down here. Now these numbers came from by JLeeLoo, and I'm going to leave that in the description down below. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to bring in my crocodile, and I'm going to bring my little pencil in here. I'm going to turn it on this back side, and I am going to put a hole right here and right here. And thanks to all y'all, you're teaching me how to use this crazy thing. So I want the larger punch, and I'm supposed to do it this way, guys, right? I think that's what y'all told me to do, is to do it this way so I can see where I'm punching, although the the little paper's stuck inside. There we go. So I've got my two little holes right here, and I've got some Sari silk, and this Sari silk is from my friend who has an Etsy shop over in Crimson Heart Studio, and that link will be down below. And I'm just making this thinner. I don't need it to be so wide, so I'm just opening up. I'm just giving it a little rip, and it rips so easily. Isn't this a beautiful lavender color? And I'm going to thread it through like this, and I'm going to even it up, and I'm going to make a little bow right here. So this is how I'm finishing off the tags. I think Sari adds just what you need. And how about a little bit of bling? Oh, I don't know. Do I want that color or do I want this color? I might want this color on there. This has some sticky already on there. So there's one. Oh my goodness, isn't that pretty? Let's continue on. So the next one is this one right here, and I'm just going to add this little octagonal number tag right here. I think that will look great. Once again, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to mark two little spots here and bring in my crocodile, and we're just going to punch it. Even though I can't see, it'll be all right. And do I want this color again? I think so. So let's just feed it through, just like that, and feed it through this way. And if there's some extra strings on this Sari silk, you can always go back and clean it up, which I will do. I'm just getting this done so we can see what they all look like. Oh my goodness, isn't that one pretty? Now, how about, I don't know, how about maybe some purple? Yeah, that's what that needs, is some purple, and maybe it needs it right here on the side here of this tag. So I'm going to lift it off and put it right here, and put one right there, and maybe one right there. So I'm just taking Roxy's weekly challenge, and I'm just making it my own. So here's this one here, and I think this would be nice right across the bottom. So adding a little glue, and even though these were a lot of work, I will have to say, you're working at this, but you get so many when you're finished. You really do. It's not like you only get one. You get a lot of these, and you can use them in so many different ways. You can maybe make one in the colors of your journal and use them in that way. You could maybe, I wonder how yellows and browns would look for maybe a bee journal. I think that would be really pretty if you had a bee stamp. You could put a bee stamp on there, and oh, I think that would look wonderful. So I've got the bow on there, and then let's put a little bit of this on here. That just brightens it right up, doesn't it? I'm not sure which one I think is prettier. I think they're all gorgeous. So this one's one of my favorites for sure. I really, really like this one. I like the stamp and everything about it. And let's put this one on there, don't you think? I think so. And I'm just going to, we got one more left, and then we'll look at them all. What's my time saying? Oh, only got a couple of seconds here left to get done in the 30 minutes. I didn't set a timer. I'm just looking at my YouTube clock. What happened to my label for this one? Oh, sure. without a label. No label on this one. Alrighty, let's just put the bling on there for now. Let's just lay it right there. It's pretty, this dark color with the sparkles. That's beautiful, isn't it? So here's this one, the very last one. I do like this one too. I like them all. I don't know which one I think is prettier. I really don't. I really am liking them all. And what an interesting little project this has been, right? Painting, trimming into tags. Now I took it one other step and I sewed mine, sewed around, and then stamping it, and I'm adding some Sari and some bling and a label on all but one. I didn't add a label on one of them. I don't know what happened to the label. I thought I had one pulled out for it, but I don't know what happened to it. So here's this label, how about right there? And then I've got some silver, maybe right up here on top. How about that? Oh, we're a minute 16 or something over. But anyway, there's this one. That's beautiful, isn't it? There's this one. I don't know which one's my favorite, guys. Do you have a favorite? Which one's your favorite? Oh my goodness. There's this one. That one's not very dark, that stamp. But then we did that stamp again, and it turned out better. Yeah, it turned out a lot better. This is the one I made when I was prepping. Oh, you guys, I absolutely love making all these with you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.